All right. Hey, what is up, guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. We are back to Pokemon Stadium 2 Rental Randomizer. I believe we selected a team at the end of the last stream. This is one very interesting team. Would not call it good. I would definitely not call it good. I would just call it interesting. Anyways, we should probably go ahead and get started. We will not be extending the ending of today's stream like we have the last few streams by going over our 2 hours. I have a hard cutoff. I definitely want to catch the Thursday night football game today. So we could go a little bit over, but we are not going very much over. Okay. So the opponent has a high probability Kadabra, followed by 2 semi-probable Jinxes. So Kadabra would be pretty devastating for our team. Ampharos is slow as dirt. Blissey is also quite slow. Honestly, though, Blissey might be our best bet for Kadabra because of the 158 special defense. Shadow Ball, Kadabra does have one physical move, Shadow Ball, which unfortunately cannot hit Blissey, or Fortunate, as we would prefer, actually. Yeah, I'd probably go ahead and say we're going to start with Blissey. Second high probability is Jinx, which Jinx would probably trash Blissey even with its terrible attack stat with Body Slam. There's not really much you can do about that, unfortunately. Let's see. Ampharos' special defense is pretty decent. Unfortunately, Muck is weak to everything Psychic. Primeape is weak to everything Psychic. Remoraid is not great defensively. Interesting. Does Primeape outspeed? Does not outspeed Jinx or Xatu, just Girafarig, Executor, Clefable. I don't think that's enough. Clefable's not... Well, I guess it is in the second and third most popular team, so there's always a chance at Clefable. Cross Chop would not be the worst against Clefable. Clefable does have Psychic, though. But it's not exactly Stab Psychic, so... Okay, well, I mean, of all of the other choices, I would definitely say that Muck is just too weak to go against anything and survive Psychic. Meanwhile, Sludge Dynamic Punch, really not going to do a lot. So I think it's going to be Ampharos, Primeape, and we're just going to have to pray we get a little bit lucky. Unfortunately, the most popular team does have Girafarig, and Girafarig will absolutely destroy Ampharos. So we're looking for Kadabra or Xatu. Alright. I just realized this might actually go quite well, because obviously Xatu's going to use Fly, and then we'll switch into Ampharos, and then Ampharos will resist Fly. It's going to be great. Okay. Good. That was expected. Alright, now we swap over into Ampharos. Ampharos. I don't know if that's really how it goes, but I did so little. That's great. All right, I imagine Xatu's probably going to use Psychic, so we'll go back into Blissey. Blissey can probably tank Psychic quite well. The only thing we don't want to see is Nightshade, but we're not terribly worried if it is Nightshade. Because, actually, no, Nightshade would be perfect because we will not take damage from it because it's Ghost move. Alright, that's kind of expected. Perfect. Oh, that's bad. Oh well, not much we can do about it now. Hey John, if you could show up to today's stream, that would be great. If you're busy at work, that's fine too. Nice, we hit that too. Don't need to swap in on Ampharos, but I would not have been against swapping on Ampharos. We would have got rid of our special drop. Okay. Giraffrig is not exactly the Pokemon we wanted to see. Giraffrig will absolutely destroy Blissey. It's either going to use Earthquake or Stomp. Probably Earthquake. You're driving. That makes sense. Well, we're not going to swap into Ampharos because that would be bad. Getting hit by Earthquake would be bad. Primeape resists Earthquake, so that's not that bad either. What's going on? You know, we're just playing a little bit of Rental Randomizer. You can join in on the Discord if you're free, P1. I'm sharing screens on Discord just in case anybody wants to join. At least I think Primeape resists Earthquake. Well, it doesn't resist a critical. Primeape, I think had like 120 something speed, so Cross Chop is neutral. Yeah, that's all we can really hope for is just Cross Chop crit. It is a high crit rate. Okay, well, that was our best shot. Hey, T1. Alright, well, Blissey is going to get absolutely destroyed. Ampharos is going to get destroyed, so I imagine this is not going anywhere.
I think my microphone's working now.
Yep.
Sweet.
They're ready to go. The Pokemon appears with a cry.
I think Ampharos has got enough bulk to survive an Earthquake, and if I can hit it with Zap Cannon, there's always the chance it just can't hit anything for the rest of the battle.
Having to hit something for chance. I just dealt with that in a run I recorded.
Yeah, that happens a lot here in okay, well, that was expected. That happens a lot here at Stadium. You just have to play for chance because your team just kind of sucks.
Yeah, I just had to do that in a Gen 5 run.
Oof. What did this game loves throwing the unnecessary crits.
I dealt with a lot of that too in the final battle.
John, am I free tomorrow? At night, yes.
Sparks are flying from both competitors. They prepare for battle. There it goes. Great hit.
Yeah, I don't know how long you've been following this series, but we had to change our random rule. So before it was completely and utterly random, and it got us so far. We got to like the Elite Four in like 4 parts, and I think we're on part 24 now. So we've been failing for 20 parts straight. So now we play random like poker. You can throw in the Pokemon and get re-randomized on the ones you throw in.
Nice.
It's definitely led to more battles against Lance. Unfortunately, Lance is very hard. Also, he's got really random AI where you're like, oh, I can play around this move, and then I can play around this move, and I can play around that. But he's always got like a 50% chance of using a Hyper Beam no matter what Pokemon he's using. You can't play around random hyper beam. All right, let's swap over. Okay. Our first Pokemon is probably not staying on the team.
Oh man.
All right, next Pokemon. Also, probably not
Wow.
staying on the team. You see why this has lasted so many parts?
Yep.
All right, that was probably not
Okay,
bad, but
that's decent.
I think it's Fire Spin Toxic or its attacking move, so it's not super good. I
Oh,
forget
that's unfortunate.
it might have Stomp. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Oof.
I don't think Sunflora has moves that are usable, but we'll double check before we consider getting rid of it or not. If I recall, Tangela was also unplayable. And last but not least, Politoed.
That's a decent Pokemon.
I want to say it was decent, but there was a reason why it was bad. I don't remember. I think I remember. I think it only has I think it only has Whirlpool as his attacking move. We'll double check. We'll double check some of these. All right, so let's see. Is Rapidash playable? I imagine it is. Okay, so it does have Stomp. That's good. It's got 129 speed, which is pretty decent for outspeeding most things. All right, Sunflora. Slow as dirt. Razor Leaf Hyper Beam. It's not as unplayable as I thought. I don't think I've ever actually gotten an opportunity to use it, but it is still a grass type. And I understand I was shitting on grass types earlier in the group chat, and it still makes sense here because the psychic gym leader, not great to use grass types against. The fighting gym leader, not great to use grass types again. Like, they're all not great to use grass types again. It has no good matchups. You're thinking, but Bruno has Onyx and Golem. Bruno also has Scaredy Pants AI, and Bruno will always swap out of Onyx and Golem and never ever match it up with a grass type. All right, Tangela. That's not terrible.
I just ran a grass type through Gen 5. That's funny.
I haven't played Gen 5. Is grass fine on that
It
one?
exists.
It exists. I'm not
You
gonna
might
lie.
have heard of it.
This is
It's a Pokemon called Sawsbuck.
it's like a deer, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
It's really good.
All right, and time to laugh at Politoed. I'm sure. Or am I blind? Yep. Unplayable. Although we did last stream, after 24 streams, finally figure out a quirk in the AI. So when you play against Koga, he like deprioritizes switching out because of double team, which makes him actually weak to Perish Song.
Nice.
He literally won't swap out of Perish Song. He'll be like, I can double team my way from death. Yeah, I think we'll keep Tangela and Rapidash. We'll pass on everything else. We'll give Tangela a shot just because of Sleep Powder. All right, and our newbies. Slowbro, very, very solid. One of the better Pokemon in the game. I want to say Slowbro is the one with Surf and Water Gun, or sorry, Surf and Confusion, and not the one with Psychic and Water Gun. All right, well, you know, it's technically an upgrade over Magikarp, but equally unplayable.
Oof.
Nice,
Ooh.
nice. I believe Starmie is a lottery Pokemon. I want to say it has Zap Cannon and Hydro Pump. That one's interesting. I don't think I've ever played with Scizor in this game. I wonder why. After like 20 parts, I feel like I should have played with a Scizor by now. All right, let's finish up our team. All right, Slowbro. Yep, it's the one with Surf. That's perfectly fine. Tyrogue. It has nothing. It has no stats, no solid moves.
It has Double Team.
Yeah, but it's too slow to use it. All right, Starmie. Oh, thank you, Mariah,
with
for
the 12 months.
indeed. Time flies. Okay, so it has Waterfall, not Hydro Pump. That's actually much better. 123.
More
very-
accurate.
Yes, very solid. I like this. This is good.
Pardon for the badge boost.
No, that doesn't exist in this game.
I know.
The Gen 1 miss apparently doesn't even exist in Pokemon Stadium 1. Apparently, it's the double Gen 1 miss. In Stadium 1, they couldn't code out the Gen 1 miss. So they made it so if it rolls a Gen 1 miss, it'll go for it again. So instead of like 1 in, was it 500? Or I forget what
1 in 256.
Yeah, 1 in 256. It's 1 in 256 times 1 in 256 in Stadium.
Oh.
So basically, it never happens. Metal Claw Cut. Well, I can see why this Pokemon doesn't get a lot of play. I imagine Metal Claw is not overly great. All right. I do not think we are going to be beating Will, but I'll certainly try. Normally, I try and plan ahead, but if I think there's a team, I have a team that can't beat Will, I'll probably just not really waste time on the berries. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the predictor chat. I'll show D1, but no one else can unfortunately see it. It's just too far away or too hard to set up. Oh, okay. Well, I forgot what my Pokemon are. There we are. Okay. It is Slowbro, Tyrogue, Rapidash, Starmie, Tangela, and Scizor. All right, and so the highest probability is Jinx followed by Zatu. So prepare for Jinx. Hope, or it could be Zatu though. Okay, so if we were to go against Jinx, who would be our best shot?
Probably Scizor or Rapidash.
Let's see, Jinx's moves are Ice Punch, Psychic, Body Slam, Double Slap. Those sound like all stuff that Slowbro can tank real easy. Jinx is not exactly weak to Surf, but it's not really, I mean, it's neutral. So I think Slowbro will do way more to Jinx than Jinx can do to Slowbro.
I agree.
All right, and then obviously Starmie. And interesting. So Scizor's weak to fire, which is its only weakness is fire, right? Which is just Clefable.
Yes.
the highest probability team has Clefable. And the second highest probability team also has Clefable. So that's unfortunate. But I'm not really confident Rapidash can beat anything. I think we might just have to bring Scissor and just make sure it doesn't go against Clefable.
Whoa! Following the challengers' victories over the gym leader, the Elite Four have barred the way. The leadoff battler is Will, the psychic Pokemon user.
Interesting. That could be a 14% team. It's a rare team. Regardless, he is about to use Shadow Ball, so that's probably fine against Scissor, right? Scissor's got defense.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Ghost is not very effective against Steel in these earlier gens.
No! Kadabra has Fire Punch. I missed that.
What's the opening gambit? Yes, it's a hit.
Okay. Kadabra wrecks our whole team.
Pokemon Bear.
Well, he's about
That
to use
is kinda
Fire
good.
Punch, so I might as well go into Starmie.
Combat and space each
Maybe I'll get lucky. I'll hit it with it. Hit Kadabra with a Zap Cannon, and then it'll get paralyzed forever.
Oh, it's Starmie.
Luckily, Starmie outspeeds Kadabra by a very small amount.
What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle? A furious attack. That inflicts some damage.
Okay, good, 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 good. No, that's not getting fully paralyzed. You... No, 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 no. It's not the other way around. You're not supposed to paralyze me.
The white
Uh-oh.
hot battle continues.
He even said, wow, you got unlucky. Way to rub it in.
The commands are made. A sharp attack. Great hit.
Oh, barely hung on.
There. Thunder punch. That's it. Oh, and
Well,
now
unfortunately, our Pokemon that can easily beat Xatu just went down.
we're eagerly awaiting the appearance of the next Pokemon. The Pokemon appears with a cry.
All right, as long as this isn't the 4% team, there shouldn't be a Clefable. Does Metal Claw have 100% accuracy?
No, I believe it's like 95 or 90.
Cut has to be able to knock out a Kadabra from here, right?
It should.
Eyeing each other
Metal
warily.
Claw has. Let me check.
Like, Cut's not 100% accurate either. It's actually 95.
Yeah, Metal Claw is 95.
Both get ready
If
to
I
go.
could spell cut correctly.
Metal Claw. Yes, it's a hit. There it is. Knockout.
No, Bulbapedia is just being slow, but yep, cut's 95 also.
The next Pokemon. Oh, it's Xatu.
Okay. Xatu,
Pokemon remain on each side.
it has Nightshade.
Are flying from
That's
both
probably what I imagine it will use because its other moves aren't super good against us. I have absolutely no idea how the steel, like what steel's good against. I'm just gonna double check that Xatu doesn't like resist steel.
They're eyeing each other warily.
It doesn't.
Okay.
They're ready to go. How's that?
Yep, looks like it says neutral.
Get some damage.
For Gen 2 purposes, it's super effective against ice types, I remember.
Hit. That was good. It used its held item to restore HP. The
Oh,
heat
now you
attack
can
is
tank
continuing.
3 Nightshades. Oh wait, you could tank 3 before shit. That's only 10 HP.
Yeah, I know. It so far the berry has never come in actually clutch.
One thing I used to do to my cousin back in the day when we would battle on this with like the pre-registered Pokemon
Hmm.
is that I would do the Resto Chesto strats with Poliwhirl or whatever berry it is in these games that
Yep.
wakes you up.
Mint.
I'd do Belly Drum, then Rest, and then
Yep.
I would just sweep his team, and he would be like, "How'd you do that?"
The thing is, Poliwhirl's attacking move, I think, is like double slap or snore, or it's not super strong, whatever it was. Oh, it might have been. You might be right. It might have been like body slam. Poliwhirl, I'm thinking of a different Pokemon. I think a Azumarill is double slap.
What's this? That struck home.
Sure did.
I always forget that that thing can learn Giga Drain.
And for some reason, he's always very good with it. Like, Xatu is not part grass type. It's not that powerful a move, and yet it's super powerful.
Like, why can a fucking bird learn Giga Drain?
You know, it's funny. So one of the streams, Xatu was absolutely destroying me in like every stream. So I was like, you know what? Maybe Xatu is an underrated Pokemon. So the very next week I solo run Xatu. No, it's very properly rated. It's not very good. This Xatu is good. Hey, Boss Dominus, welcome to the stream.
Whoa, that was close. A furious attack. Yes, it's a hit.
Hey, if I got actually gotten a crit, there might have been a chance.
Battle continues. Wow, it used Shadow Ball. That's it. The last Pokemon goes down. And there goes the battle.
It's sad when you think that we actually made it to the Elite Four in like part 4 or 5 or whatever. Elite Four in this game is so hard. It's that guy specifically right there, the one with the mask on. It looks weird as crap. He's so hard. All right, let's swap it out.
It's a masked man.
All right, let's
I
see
will-
what we're gonna get.
I will be right back.
Ooh,
I'm
free
going to-
choice.
I'm going to help my wife with dinner really quick.
All right. All right. Well, obviously we got to go Wobbuffet for free choice. Dunsparce. You know, I remember Dunsparce being just okay. I actually hope it's better than expected, but we'll see. Smoochum, we already know Smoochum is definitely a keeper. Shockingly, they gave Smoochum very solid moves and stats. Has no defensive stats whatsoever, but its offensive stats are just like a very solid Pokemon. Okay, well, I don't think we've ever gotten an Iggly buff before, but I imagine it did not get the Smoochum treatment. Did I spell Iggly buff wrong? I typed in IG, didn't I? Nope, I must have typed in UG. My bad. Kingler. Kingler is also solid. It just doesn't have a good attacking move. Like, they gave it like 150 attack or whatever, which is stupidly powerful, but it doesn't have like a good move. It's got like Vice Grip or something with really, really low power. But Kingler is fast, so I think it's definitely usable. I don't know if we've ever gotten Farfetch'd. We might have gotten Farfetch'd. I don't think we've ever played a Farfetch'd. Its moves are probably bad, but let's just take a look at the team. Figure out which ones are keepers and which ones we'll swap out. Obviously, we're going to keep Wobbuffet, so we're just going to go ahead and add that right now. All right, Dunsparce. All right, so we got 100 attack, stab strength, 76 speed. I feel like this would be playable if I didn't have the whole swapping out thing. But, like, if this were Pokemon were giving me on round 2, I'd think, okay, well, it's a neutral Pokemon. It's not good. It's not bad. It's not really going to knock anything out, but it's also, like, not going to get knocked out in one hit. But I don't think I'm going to keep it. Smooch him. All right, so Smoochum's got 120 special attack with 100 speed. So very solid Pokemon. Has Psychic and Blizzard, which is absolutely nuts. Very solid Pokemon. Igglybuff, I imagine there's no way this is going to be good. I can't even imagine what they would give Igglybuff to make it good. Sing Dream Eater. So you have 55% accurate Sing, followed by wakes up in 1 to 3 turns Dream Eater. Awful. All right, Kingler. I want to say Kingler is still okay. Yeah. See what I meant? 157 attack. I mean, it might be one of the highest physical attackers in the entire game. In fact, it might be the highest physical attacker in the entire game. There's a few Pokemon with 150 attack, but I don't think any of them has 157. It might actually be the strongest Pokemon in the game, physically. But they give it a 55 power move. And Crabhammer, you know, with 76 attack is not really super useful either. It's basically only good for Golem and Onyx, but not really much else. But we'll keep it. I like it. Kingler is definitely playable. The rest of the team, I think, will probably swap out. All right. Mr. Mime. Okay. I can't remember if they gave Mr. Mime good moves. If it at least has Psybeam or better, Mr. Mime is a good Pokemon. Unknown. Well, it's probably better than Igglybuff, but we already know all it has is hidden power, so... I mean, they probably could have given it 100 in all attacks, or in all stats. I'd probably say Unknown is still pretty bad. Oh, and as Speed mentioned, Pineco is one of the best explosion users in the whole game. So Pineco is a good last resort Pokemon. In fact, I think Pineco is a Pokemon you always bring against Bruno, like every time. We're also at team... Okay, let's see. 156 resets. All right, so this team's solid. We just got to get past Will. Psybeam. Substitute Baton Pass. That's interesting. Imagine if I went substitute into like something with low defense, like Smoochum. Oh wait, no, but the defense, then the substitute would have the lower defense of Smoochum. Never mind. It's an interesting idea. I'm not sure how it works in practice, but we'll see. Mr. Mime might see play, it might not see play. We'll see. Unknown. I can almost guarantee Unknown won't see play. Okay, so they did give it 107 attack and 107 special attack, but its defenses are like baby level bad. That's sad. If they had given it 100 in like all stats, I'd say it'd be playable, but no, without knowing what type the Unknown attack is, like it could ruin your whole team. All right, Pineco. All right, I'm pretty sure this team is capable of beating Will, so we'll have to think on these items. So what Pokemon would we like to throw out for Umbreon? Against Umbreon, I would probably like to use Kingler's Guillotine. I think Kingler had Guillotine. Yep, we'll go Kingler's Guillotine. So we don't want Kingler to get confused. So Kingler will get the Bitterberry. All right, what Pokemon will we use against the Victory Bell and Vileplume on Karen's team. Obviously, we're going to want a Psychic Pokemon, so we'll probably go with Smoochum then. Oh, Psychic or Ice are both very solid. So yeah, Smoochum will get the Paralyzed Cure Berry. Kingler will get the Bitter Berry. Regular Berry goes to Wobbuffet just for HP. The rest of them don't particularly matter very much. Nothing ever gets put to sleep, ever. It's basically completely and utterly useless. The only Pokemon that causes burn is the Clefable on Will's team. And Freeze, the only Pokemon that causes freeze is the Jinx and the Clefable on Will's team using Ice Punch and Blizzard. So I guess just because there's two Pokemon that could theoretically freeze Mr. Mime, we'll go with that one. All right. This team has potential. Just gotta get past the Will hurdle. The rest of the Elite Four is actually not like all that bad. It's mostly just Will and Bruno that the hard ones. Will is the hardest by far. Bruno, you can outthink Bruno, but you really have to figure him out. It took a long time to figure him out. All right, so let's see. Wobbuffet, Smoochum, Kingler, Mr. Mime, Unknown, and Pineco. All right, and remove one of the resets. There we go. All right. Highest probability starting with Clefable, then Xatu. All right, well, Clefable has only special moves, so that's an easy Wobbuffet. So it's Kadabra, Xatu on the most popular team. Second most popular team, Girafarig, Clefable. Then it's Clefable, Executor, and Clefable, Xatu. So there's, unless it's the most popular team, very, very high probability Clefable. Boy, nothing on our team could really defeat a Clefable. Pineco could probably defeat a Clefable. Yeah, we'll pick Pineco then. Then it's we pretty much have to choose. It's gonna be Kadabra, Girafarig, or Executor. Kadabra, Girafarig, Executor. All right, well, with two of those, you definitely do not want Mr. Mime. Smoochum is not particularly the worst, but Smoochum is weak to Shadow Ball, so both Kadabra and Girafarig have Shadow Ball, so Smoochum's not exactly the best. Kingler is weak to Giga Drain and Thunder Punch. The Kingler's not the best, but unfortunately, there's just not really much to pick from on this team. I think we're gonna go with Kingler for just the upside of Guillotine. Interesting. Let me just double check speed here. 116. Interesting. Mr. Mime could actually outspeed Girafarig. Unfortunately, it doesn't really matter much. Yeah, I think if we end up getting to our third Pokemon, we're probably going to lose. So I guess Pineco offers the safety of possibly getting a one-shot and getting us out of a bad ordeal. Because quite frankly, Wobbuffet should knock out 1 to 2 Pokemon, and Pineco should knock out 1 Pokemon. So in theory, we should win before we even get to Kingler.
Whoa! Following the challengers' victories over the gym leaders, the Elite Four have barred the way.
Uh-oh.
Lead off battler is Will, the psychic Pokemon user.
Okay, so it is Clefable, and Clefable has only special moves. Every single one of them is special, so Mirror Coat's going to be fantastic.
Here's the first move. That was a glancing blow.
Well, anything but a burn, I guess.
Mirror Coat. What impressive impact. They're both hanging tough. What's next?
Here we go.
The hit glanced right off.
Hey, no burn. Can anybody tell me when they changed Fire Blast? Because I know in Gen 1, Fire Blast had like a stupidly high burn chance, like 30% or something.
What Pokemon will appear next?
I don't think anything other than Sacred Fire has that high of a burn chance in this game.
It's a fierce battle.
All right, Destiny Bond.
There's the attack. That didn't accomplish much. It's trying to take the opponent with it. It used its held item to restore HP.
That's okay. We have 5 Destiny Bonds.
From both competitors.
Unless we get confused and hit ourselves, we're going to win. Joke's on you. Critical hits are good for me.
It's trying to take the opponent with it. There's a big HP difference between the two combatants. What now? That's it.
All right. So we've seen Clefable. We've seen Xatu.
There it is.
That means the last Pokemon has a probability of it being Kadabra,
It's taking its
Girafarig,
with it.
Execute. Oh my god. Clefable and Xatu are on
One wild situation.
all 4 of the highest probability teams. All 4 of them. It could literally be Kadabra, Girafarig, Executor, Jinx. It could be any of them. Okay, so it's Kadabra. So it's the most popular team.
Oh, it's Pineco.
All right, outside of getting one shot,
They're both
this should be easy.
Oh, what's this? Bullseye.
All right, I was scared of a critical hit.
In there.
Yes.
A massive explosion.
That was close. That was way too close. Honestly, I thought we were going to die.
Down it goes.
Fire Punch be scary, bro.
Oh my, it's a double knockout.
I bet the announcer doesn't get to say that often.
And there goes the battle.
That, sir, is what you call taking one for the team. Okay. Yes, the hardest battle is done with. And good news, we have Pokemon that can hit Koga super effectively. Except for Electrode. Alright, let's see what Koga's potential teams are. Shocker, Electrode for the most popular 2, Muck for the second most popular 2. They always have Venomoth. And I always have to remind myself, what is Venomoth weak to? You'd think by now I'd know. I want to say it was Rock, Psychic, let's see. Fire, Rock, Psychic, Flying. Fire, Rock, Psychic, Flying. Well, we're going to bring Psychic types no matter what anyways. What are we going to do for Electrode? What are we going to do for Electrode? Okay, well, Electrode's going to try and kill something with poison damage no matter what. So I think we probably just want to go with our highest damage dealer, which would be Smoochum. Highest damage dealer by far. Psychic is 100% accurate move. We never ever go through 10 PP, so usually PP's not an issue. So I think Smoochum is probably our best bet for Electrode. He never really goes with Thunder until he's got four double teams set up. In fact, he generally just tries to double team, Toxic, double team, double team, double team. And then after those 5 turns are over with, then he'll start using Thunder. So we really have 5 chances to knock out Electrode before it even considers attacking. So yeah, we'll go Smooch him. And then if it's the Electrode teams, it's Venomoth is coming no matter what. So obviously we got to bring Mr. Mime for its Psybeam. And after that, it's really pick 'em, because I mean, Unknown's useless, Pineco's useless. For a second, I thought that Giga Drain was Leech Life, and I'm like, oh, maybe Pineco's not useless. No, it's useless. All right, and Wobbuffet is also useless. So Kingler, it has to go by default. I mean, Vice Grip, I think, is a 100% accurate move. It's not super powerful, though, so I would want to use it on something kind of weak defensively. Like on the most popular team, we got Ariados. Ariados would be a great target for Kingler.
The next opponent is Koga. The challenger must avoid being mesmerized by this skillful ninja.
Starting out with Venomoth. There's only one team that starts out with Venomoth. Only one. That means the next 2 Pokemon are Ariados, Golbat.
It increased its evasiveness.
Not gonna lie, Golbat scares the crap out of me.
There's the
I'd say Golbat is the strongest Pokemon on his whole team. The reason why Golbat is so good is because Golbat is the only one that strategically does stuff on his team. So he'll use Double Team, then he'll use Toxic, then he'll use probably one more Double Team, and then he'll just use Detect, Double Team, Detect, Double Team, or Detect, 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 Detect. But regardless, you only get to attack every other turn, and when you're being Toxic poisoned, it's bad.
It raised its evasiveness.
We're getting pretty unlucky with our Psychics.
There it goes. A powerful blow.
Unfortunately, we don't have a Swift user.
Big HP difference between the 2 combatants.
I think Kingler's Vice Grip could knock it out from here. But Venomoth has Giga Drain, so there's no chance we would consider switching out to Kingler. He's already got 2 Double Teams, and that's what his priority is. Once his priority is done, he'll then use super effective moves. If he doesn't have a super effective move, he'll go with 4 Double Teams before he starts attacking in general. So we can't pick Kingler.
Oh, it's Mr. Mime.
But I had to get rid of Toxic Poison and just make it regular poison. Oh wait, Mr. Mime might have Swift.
Going to attack. How will this newly switched
It
out
certainly does not.
Pokemon fare?
I could use Substitute. I like that idea. I'm gonna try that. Okay. The fear was that he would use Toxic immediately before I got to use the Substitute.
Concentrating on improving its stats.
Even at +6 Double Teams, the very best
Battle is unfolding.
I could do is 25%. So, you know, I will hit him eventually. Probably.
It's still padding
Hopefully.
its stats. Oh, that's a miss. They're both hanging tough. It increased its evasiveness.
I wonder how Substitute works in this. I mean, I feel like Substitute counters Koga, like, completely. Like, is he just gonna start using Psybeam or Giga Drain? Yeah. Okay.
What next? That was diverted to the substitute. Vicious attack. It appears to be
A critical hit.
damage.
Don't think it was necessary, though. Wait, what?
Pokemon is still capable of going up, but the other one looks tired.
If anybody was wondering how in the world that Venomoth lived a critical hit Psybeam, it is because of Focus Band.
Oh no, it attacked itself.
Oh, I got the 10% confused. Oh, that's nice.
It's out of there. The next Pokemon needs to be prepared. Oh, it's Golbat.
That's scary. But he will now have to set up some substitutes, so hopefully I can get some Psybeams off before he starts doing the whole detect thing. He might start immediately doing the detect thing though, because he can't poison me.
There's the attack. Whoop, that missed.
Of course.
The White Hot battle continues.
Okay. I kind of expected him to do 2. That's his thing. He really, really likes doing 2.
A sharp attack. That struck home.
Mr. Mime,
Battle is
clutch.
unfolding.
Oh, 3. Okay. I would have oh, right. He's not going to do the detect thing because I'm not poisoned. Duh. Okay. Well, then he's just going to go 4.
A furious attack.
He's going to use 4 of them and start wing attacking. Since wing attack is not super effective, he likes to set up 4 double teams first.
Ah, it raised its evasiveness. There's the shot. Drilled a weakness.
Interestingly enough, knowing he was going to use wing attack, I could have considered using 1 barrier there.
Just one Pokemon remains. Oh, it's Ariados. It's
Ariados? Come on, man.
now. Sparks are flying from both
All right, well, let's see. Ariados has Dig
There it goes.
as its 1 attacking move. So I'd say our guarantee is all but certain.
Spiderweb. That Pokemon can't make a getaway now.
Hey, question
They're both
for anybody in chat. This situation never comes up, but a Pokemon that has been hit by Scary Face or Spiderweb, can they can't retreat, but can they use Baton Pass?
the commands are made.
Or are they stuck?
Will this do it?
It never comes up, but like
The last
it
Pokemon
did
goes
right now.
down.
That was an interesting situation,
There goes the
a
battle.
puzzler situation. I know I couldn't swap out, but I'm curious if I could have swapped out using Baton Pass. I love this controller. You guys can't see it on screen, but I constantly do this all the time with the controller. I pop out the handle, and then I spin it 1 degree, and then I put it back, and then I pop out the handle, and then I spin it a little bit. It's so fun. It's like a fidget spinner. It's great. All right, let's see what Bruno's going to bring. All right, Bruno. Highest and second highest probability Kangaskhan, followed by 3rd and 4th highest Blastoise. So it's Blastoise or Kangaskhan. Only a 4% and a 1% Heracross starter. So it's going to be Kangaskhan or Blastoise. I think we heard from Speed that it's a really good strategy to blow up on the very first Pokemon, no matter what. Do we have a Pokemon that's good against Machamp? I mean, Smoochum's good against Machamp, but like, it will die. What's Mr. Mime's got 92 defense, 120 HP. Okay, so Mr. Mime almost has double Smoochum's defense. Slightly lower HP though, but interesting. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a Pokemon I can set up a barrier on. All of his Pokemon are kind of scary. Boy, doing a barrier would be great, but unfortunately, I don't see opportunity. Now, a substitute on a Pokemon I am faster than would be pretty good. So let's see. 116 speed. I am faster than everything but Kangaskhan. That is some good information. I think we're going to go Wobbuffet, Mr. Mime, Pineco. No, wait, hold on. It might be a Wobbuffet, Mr. Mime, Kingler. I was trying to think, what Pokemon do I reliably use Pineco against? And like... Oh, I think I know why it's Pineco, because I don't think anything knocks out Pineco in one hit. I don't know. I kind of like Kingler more. Kingler's defense is pretty solid. Yeah, Kingler's defense is tremendous. I'm trying to think if there are any special attacking users on his whole team. Let's see. Machamp, no. Golem, no. Kangaskhan, no. Blastoise, yes. Heracross, no. Onix, no. Okay, so yeah, Kingler is going to be very solid to use. Unfortunately, Kingler's attacking is not going to be very good, so we're going to have to go Vice Grip and just kind of, or sorry, not Vice Grip, sorry. We'll go Guillotine. Just, you know, Kingler's in there for the luck factor. So we would throw out Kingler against anything that's not Blastoise. Quite frankly, if it's Blastoise, we're probably going to lose because Wobbuffet has a really hard time picking what move Blastoise is going to use. Sometimes it goes Surf, but I don't understand why, but sometimes I think Blastoise goes Headbutt. I think it's because Blastoise is faster and it tries to go for the flinch, but also he might just be trying to mess with me. So we're going to go Wobbuffet, Mr. Mime, Kingler. Fingers crossed everything just kind of goes well.
The third opponent is Bruno. How will the challenger bear up against the punishment from his fighting Pokemon?
I do like how we keep bringing... Oh, that's bad. All right, well, the worst case scenario is Surf, so I think we have to plan for the worst case scenario. We'll go Mirror Coat. If it's Dynamic Punch, I will be pissed, but we are Psychic type, so Dynamic Punch shouldn't do much. I think it's going to be Headbutt, but fingers crossed it's just Surf.
Ready to go. What's the opening gambit? The hit glanced right off. Mirror Coat.
All right, I'm going to try one more Mirror Coat. The thing is, like, Headbutt doesn't do a lot of damage. So, like, if I can get Surf, yep.
What's this?
See, taking a Surf would be so much damage.
That did little damage.
That did less than I expected.
There's the attack. A heavy hit. A hot battle
Okay.
is unfolding.
Okay, well, I think we have to go Mirror Coat again. All right, we're going one more Mirror Coat, and then we're going Destiny Bond. If we do not get the next one, we're going Destiny Bond.
Oh, it flinched.
Okay, well, we guessed wrong, but it didn't matter.
Restore HP. The heated action continues.
Interesting.
What now?
Interesting.
A light pack.
Unfortunately, I don't think we have enough HP to survive an attack from the next opponent.
Yes, it's a hit. Oh, oh.
But maybe he does something stupid. Maybe I can get a Destiny Bond off.
That KO will bring out a new Pokemon. Oh, it's Machamp.
Okay, Machamp's gonna use Earthquake.
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
Yep, there's nothing I can do. Just fingers crossed he goes for... Oh, no, everything will knock us out. Everything. Except for Seismic Toss.
Each other warily.
The critical hit didn't matter, but it's always funny.
Which Pokemon will join the battle now? The Pokemon have been chosen. Oh, it's Mr. Mime.
We're faster,
2 Pokemon remain on each
so
side.
we're going to get to attack multiple times. The problem is, I think if I use Substitute, he will break the Substitute every single turn. So Substitute, I don't think will do anything. So I think what we need to do is we need to start with a barrier.
They're eyeing each other warily.
I wonder if the strategy is just use Side Beam 3 times. I'm going to go barrier.
They go into battle pose.
I think barrier basically just makes it so next turn
It
is like
raises
this turn.
defense.
Whatever damage we take this turn
A sharp attack.
is what we would have taken if we had used Side Beam.
Right off.
So like multiply that by ×2, and that's how much damage we would have taken. Interesting. Hold on. Doesn't Substitute do 25%? So if Substitute does 25%, wait, that's 40. So that's a third. So if I use barrier one more time. Okay, so the first barrier brought it down from 80 to 40. So the next one should bring it down from 40 to. Okay, so let's see, ×3 defense. So that's 1/3. 1/3 of 80.
Hasn't issued a command.
1/3 of 80 is like 27 damage. 27 damage is still more than Substitute. Darn it. Darn it. Well, there was only a way to get more HP back.
What's the matter, trainer?
I'm just gonna try. Oh my god, I just thought of it. Oh, I know what to do. Barrier, baton pass, Kingler. We'll have a stupidly powerful defensively Kingler. Like literally like 800 defense Kingler. Oh no, not seismic toss. Okay, well, now we have to swap out.
A hot battle is
Oh, no.
They prepare for battle. It used baton pass. Other Pokemon takes over the battle.
I forgot about seismic toss. No matter how defensive I get, he could still use it.
What's this? Hit. That was good. They're
Well,
both
I
hanging
guess
tough.
we've got 2 vice grips, or 2 guillotines. Damn, look how big Kingler is. So tall.
Heads up, guillotine. Whoops, that missed. What now? Yes, it's a hit. The heated action continues.
Come on.
Whoa! Grand slam!
Oh my god, our Kingler's got like 500 defense. Against what?
There's only one Pokemon left to come out. Oh, it's on it.
Oh my god, we won.
Pokemon now.
I can't believe it. We just went from this, we were gonna lose. We were definitely gonna lose. And now it's like, oh, wow, that's easy. Staples easy button.
Perfectly.
Onyx.
That settles this battle. And there goes the battle.
As soon as he started using that seismic toss, I was like, oh, I screwed up. Yeah, what, yeah, you could have like 800 defense, but who cares when they can deal 50 every turn? All right. So, oh my God, the most popular team is not Umbreon. Wow. Don't get me wrong, there are still 2 Umbreon teams. But Magmar is actually the most popular team. Start. Team lead. Oh, and the Umbreon is still on the team. Okay. Well, against both Magmar and Umbreon, we still want to bring Kingler. So, Kingler has got the Bitter Berry, so no brainer, Kingler. We gave the Paralysis Cure Berry to Smoochum, so Smoochum's gonna go. Smoochum will go against Victory Bell on the 2nd most popular team, Vileplume on the 3rd most popular team, Victory Bell on the 4th most popular team. The most popular team actually doesn't even have a grass type. It has a Murkrow. And I can tell you right now, Smoochum will have to hit a Blizzard, but still going to be able to beat a Murkrow. But I think Murkrow will outspeed. Oh, Murkrow definitely outspeeds. And Murkrow will definitely one-shot with Feint Attack. Never mind. Okay, well, Murkrow's not a good matchup. There's not much I can do about it, though. Oh. Well, Gengar has Psychic and Lick. But it also has Confuse Ray Track, so Wobbuffet's dead to us. I mean, Mr. Mime is still pretty good. Oh, wait, Mr. Mime's got the whole substitute thing. I imagine substitute works for... Actually, does substitute work for Attract? I don't think it does. I'm fairly confident it will work for Confuse Ray. Quite frankly, I don't use substitute very often, but I imagine you guys, the masters of Pokemon, probably know what substitute works on. But I'm gonna go ahead and Google it anyways. Pokemon substitute. All right. Well, not Pokemon database. Don't care about that. All right, let's see. Bulbapedia. All right. Is equal to the amount of damage, yada yada. Takes damage until it breaks. It is not affected by many status moves used by other Pokemon, and additional effects of other Pokemon's damaging moves often fail. Well, that's not helpful. That's okay. Gen 1 doesn't say it. Gen 2 onward. Okay, well, that's not helpful. It just says many. What does many mean? Okay, let's try Cerebi. Okay. Variety of hidden effects. Any move that just lowers stats or causes status conditions will fail. So this one, Cerebi says any. Moves that have a secondary effect will only do damage, and a secondary will fail. Okay. Doesn't get flinched. That's pretty good. One hit KO moves don't work. Only break the substitute. There are several attacks that substitute does not block. Okay, this is quite a bit of attacks. Let me see if any of these are attract. It does not block attract. Let me just double check. Our Mr. Mime is female. Murkrow has attract. It's male. Magmar has attract. It's male. Gengar has attract. It's male. Okay, well, unfortunately, the most common Pokemon in this team, except for Umbreon, Mr. Mime will fall in love with. That's not great. Okay, well, the rest of them doesn't look like it's that big of a deal. Let me just double check Confuse Ray here. No, it will definitely block Confuse Ray. Okay. Well, unfortunately, the highest probability team starting with Magmar is a real disappointment. We really, really don't want to see Magmar. We're still going with Kingler to start, but we really, really don't want to see Magmar. We also need to hit Umbreon within 2 turns, but hopefully 3. Let's see. Pineco's slow as dirt, so it'll get hit by Confused Ray, so there's no point in bothering to explode on anything, because it'll just die. Wobbuffet will just get hit by a status condition, and therefore will never do damage, so it has to be Mr. Mime by default. Honestly, this might be one of the harder teams we've had for Karen. Unfortunate. If she just had a guaranteed chance of starting with Umbreon, and we had a guaranteed chance of hitting one of our first 3 guillotines, then we'd be fine. Darn it, it is Magmar. The reason why I'm saying darn it, because you're like, oh, but you have a type advantage. You can just go Crabhammer. The reason why I say darn it is because Umbreon is still on the team. Like, we still have to defeat an Umbreon. And our Smoochum only has 5 Blizzards, and our Mr. Mime can't hit it at all. So literally, we have to defeat both Magmar and Umbreon with Kingler. Let's see. How fast is Kingler? It's probably not faster than 123 Magmar. Wow. All right, well, we're still going Crabhammer. Attract? No, you're supposed to use Confuse Ray first. You're not Umbreon. Umbreon would have used Confuse Ray like a boss. That did less than half by 1. Half would be 75 and a half. And we have 76. So it might live at 1 HP. Oh, also now when we go against the Umbreon, we don't have the berry. All right, Vice Grip. Like, we have to swap out after this Pokemon. Like, Kingler has to defeat the Umbreon. So, is this Kingler a boss? Bro, this Kingler is a beast. He's a Clutchler. The King Clutch Man. Now, the question is, can he hit a guillotine? Oh, we don't even have to swap out. Wait, I'm still confused. Well, we're going to get confused regardless of swapping out or not, so I might as well just go ahead. It is what it is.
What's this? That was good.
If this Kingler does not defeat Umbreon, we have to defeat it with 5 Blizzards.
Combatants face each other. It stayed confused.
I think we just lost.
A psychic blast. That did little damage. It managed to hang in there. Still capable of going on, but the other
Well,
looks tired.
I guess we got one shot at guillotine. Dang it, Clutchler. Why didn't you do it?
That's it. Down it goes.
That wasn't the clutch thing to do.
The next Pokemon needs to be.
All right, well, Mr. Mime straight up cannot hit Umbreon, so it has to be Smoochum.
Okay. Oh, it's Smoochum.
I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure we're going to lose. Even if Smoochum can defeat Umbreon, we have to defeat Murkrow. Oh, wait. We can't hit Murkrow either. No, we lost. Huh. I guess Murkrow could knock it out itself out, but the thing is it outspeed, so it doesn't matter. I believe Smoochum does outspeed. I'm really debating on Sing here. Sing could save me several turns of being confused and hit by Attract.
The trainer hasn't issued.
Okay, not hit by Attract. We're the same gender. Yeah, I don't like being confused. Let's just go Sing. Besides, we need a lot as much HP as we can going into Murkrow.
No, that didn't connect. How's that? It's become confused. The white-hot battle continues.
You have Pursuit. Okay, so I can't swap out.
They're ready to go. Oh no!
Is that like 4 for 4 hitting yourself?
There's the attack. That had to hurt. Sparks are flying from both competitors.
Oh, right. Quick Claw. Forgot about that.
Bam! That worked perfectly. It's still
5 for 5 hit yourselves. Try beating Karen when you lose 5 turns.
There's only one Pokemon left.
All right. Well, I don't think Mr. Mime has anything that can hit anything other than Psychic.
Mr. Mime.
Or sorry, Psybeam.
Down to the last Pokemon now. They're both
Yeah, it doesn't have Swift, so like we lost. She went with the most common team. Unfortunately, Clutchler just, you know, it couldn't hit that guillotine. It was so confused. It was just too confused. It was a good run, though. Very good run. Very solid team. All right. Let's see what we're going to get next. All right. And Porygon 2. Not a bad Pokemon. Its moves are highly, what do you call it? Random. Beedrill. I want to say Beedrill actually has good moves, but I want to say it had bad stats, but we'll check. Gligar. If I recall, Gligar has 4 attacking moves, but unfortunately they're all bad. We'll double check. Like, I want to say it has got like Steel Wing and so many moves, but they're all very bad. All right, well, Azumarill is garbage. We all know that. Azumarill can't do anything. Tauros, the unbelievable disappointment that could not knock out a Jinx in 2 attacks. Still not a bad Pokemon, but still very, very salty that Tauros with Headbutt cannot knock out Jinx in 2 attacks. With Stab and Poliwrath. I don't remember Poliwrath's moves, but I have a feeling it probably has Dynamic Punch. All right, let's double check. I think a lot of these Pokemon have good, might be keepers. Only a few of them in the middle are bad. And they wouldn't be that bad on the without being able to lose a Pokemon. All right, so Poliwrath, Dynamic Punch, Hydro Pump, that's definitely keepable. It's not a good Pokemon to have against Will, but it is what it is. You need to have some Pokemon for diversity that aren't good against Will or good against that are good against oh wait, hold on, what's your speed? Darn it, you're just this much slower than Umbreon, which means I only get one shot at hitting Umbreon with Dynamic Punch. And I want to say, wait a second, Poliwrath only has 105 attack, 108 attack. It's so low. There's no way a Poliwrath can knock out Umbreon with one hit. Yeah, that's unfortunate. All right. We got Beedrill. I don't think we're keeping Beedrill, but let's just double check here. Twin Needle Sludge Bomb, 113 attack, 107 speed. Honestly, that's better than I remembered. I mean, Twin Needle and Sludge Bomb are not bad moves. Actually, they're quite good moves. What is Poison honestly good against? Hold on, give me a second. All right. I'm going to bring up the type chart on the another monitor. I don't like having to constantly be asking. Okay. Okay, so Poison is good against Grass. That's useless. And Fairy. Well, that's probably why I didn't remember how good. Didn't remember Poison, because Poison's not very good against anything. Dang. Well, that explains it. All right, what about Twin Needle? Bug is good against Grass, Psychic, Dark. Bug is good against Dark? Wow. With 107 speed. Unfortunately, all the Dark types have super effective moves. So, like, for instance, if we go against a Umbreon, which is a Dark type, has Psychic. If we go against Murkrow, which is a Dark type, has Fly. So I think Beedrill, it's a good Pokemon with good moves, but it has bad matchups. The Elite Four are just too strong for Beedrill. So, unfortunately, Beedrill is not playable. Okay. So we know Gligar's bad, but let's just double check. I know it has 4 attacking moves, which is usually a good thing. Okay, 3 attacking moves. Like Slash, Feint Attack, Iron Tail, all of them not that bad, but none of them have Stab. And 106 attacks, that is just okay. Its defensive stats aren't that bad, though. Honestly, what are its weaknesses? Ground Flying is a weird type. Very weird type. All right, Gligar. Database. Weaknesses are Water, Ice. Water and Ice, that's it. Interesting. Is Gligar just a neutral Pokemon? It's not good, it's not bad, it's just right in the middle. Water and Ice. That is it, huh? I want to say the league doesn't have a lot of water or ice moves. The problem is these moves are just so not great. Like Feint Attack's power is just okay. It'd be good against Koga, but only for its accuracy. Iron Tail, it's not good against anything whatsoever. Like it could be good against like Onix and Golem. But quite frankly, Golem's defense is so high, I don't even think Iron Tail's going to do very much. Slash, I mean, it's just so neutral. Slash will like 4-shot everything. Like, it's just straight up not very strong. Like, Gligar is just like the... Oh, it's, you know what? It's the definition of basic. This Pokemon is just so basic. It's just not good, not bad. I think the kicker Feint Attack is that it has 65 special attack, which makes Feint Attack basically unusable. Yeah, I think we'll pass. We already know Azumarill is garbage. We'll go ahead and take Tauros, though. All right, Tauros. Okay, it's got Horn Attack, not Headbutt, so we don't even get the flinch. And Porygon. Yep, as we mentioned, kind of luck-dependent Pokemon with Zap Cannon. Swift is just like meh. Not good, not bad. All right, let's go ahead and swap out the last three. Pineco, you know, we are Pineco fans. So far today, Pineco 1, other Pokemon 0. Other Pokemon being Kadabra. Miltank. I don't know if Miltank is good. I feel like I've tried using it before, and I don't remember it being particularly good against Will. Ekans. Okay, well, Ekans has one matchup, and his name is Koga. Other than that, Ekans is garbage. But Ekans, not unplayable. Ekans is a Pokemon that can defeat stuff. And by stuff, I mean specifically Koga. All right. All right, Pineco. Miltank. Okay, so Miltank's got 126 speed, which is very solid. 107 attack, which is just meh. And has Stomp, which recently we've learned, thanks to Tauros. Actually, I think Miltank and Tauros are actually basically the same Pokemon, except Miltank's got the flinch chance. We'll have to take a look at the Tauros versus Miltank stats momentarily. But I think Miltank might be better than Tauros offensively, but Tauros might be better defensively. We'll see. And the last Pokemon, Ekans, which can defeat Electrode pretty consistently. All right, so if we were to go against Karen, which Pokemon would we like to have? Well, Pineco can probably not defeat Umbreon with Explosion, nor would it be able to outspeed. I think we just still have to go Poliwrath. Even though Poliwrath is slower than Umbreon, I think you just got to take that chance with Dynamic Punch, and it is what it is. Like, the rest of our Pokemon just can't do anything. We don't have any one-shot KO Pokemon. Like, I mean, I think Poliwrath is strong enough where if when you confuse Umbreon, if Umbreon hits itself twice, I think we could probably knock it out. Tauros. Oh, right. What Pokemon are we going to use against the grass types? Miltank had Ice Punch. Porygon is Swift. I guess we'll probably have to put the Paralyzed Cure Berry on Miltank. And regular Berry can probably just go on Tauros. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Poliwrath has to go against Umbreon. I thought Poliwrath is one of those big, strong Pokemon that would be like really, really solid. But for some reason, its attack stat is not super high. What's the accuracy on Stomp? I think it's 100. I know it's infinite if your Pokemon uses Minimize. Speed told me that. All right. Let me swap this over to Will. Put in our team. Poliwrath. Tauros. Porygon. Oh, no, it's other Porygon. There we go. Pineco. Miltank. And Ekans. Okay. So, highest probability Kadabra. Second highest probability Kadabra. Then it's equal chance Xatu, equal chance Jinx. So I think we could probably say there's a 60% chance of Kadabra. As we learned, Pineco can defeat Kadabra. As we already know, Tauros cannot defeat Jinx. Or sorry, yes, Tauros cannot defeat Jinx. So Pineco to start. Oh, my controller died. Okay, whatever. Let me just put it in the charger. Now I know what the red beeping was. All right, Pineco. All right. Then it's Xatu Clefable. The other team is Girafarig Clefable. The other team is Kadabra Girafarig. So it's some sort of mixture between Clefable, Kadabra, and Girafarig. All right, well, none of our Pokemon are good against Girafarig. That's bad. Clefable. None of our Pokemon are particularly good or bad against Clefable, especially the normal types. Oh, right. We wanted to compare Tauros to Miltank. 127 attack, 107, 122, 132 defense, 96, 96. So the defense is tiny bit higher on Miltank. 136, 126 speed. Okay, so Tauros is just harder hitting Miltank. Wow. So 10 more defense versus 20 more attack and 10 more speed. So Tauros is straight up 30 stronger Miltank. Or 20 when you subtract out defense. 20 stronger Miltank. Okay. Horn attack, which is a 65 power move versus Stomp, which is a 65 power move. So Miltank has the added benefit of the flinch chance that Tauros does not have. Unfortunately, Pursuit is so weak that even though it's super effective, it is still weaker than Horn Attack. Ice Punch. Honestly, Ice Punch might just be the difference between Tauros and Miltank. Ice Punch can defeat Xatu. Okay, so it's Pineco, Miltank. All right, well, it's between Tauros and Porygon. Tauros is pretty neutral. Porygon is pretty neutral. 128 special attack. Porygon's not a bad thief user, it's just slow. Porygon can also take some hits on defense with its high HP and high special defense, with the upside of Zap Cannon if you're in a real pinch. I feel like if there's any Pokemon that has a chance of defeating Girafarig, Porygon Zap Cannon plus Swift is the only way I can defeat Girafarig. Yeah, Porygon. Oh, by the way, hey Neek, welcome to the stream. Glad you were able to make it. I know it's really late for you. Sorry that we missed last week. Ditto is just such a fascinating Pokemon. Anytime somebody streams Ditto, I don't want to miss it. All right, well, we made the right choice. It is Kadabra. Kadabra last time was really close to knocking out Pineco with Fire Punch, so it could still one-shot, but we have never seen it one-shot yet. Good. Kadabra is super hard to kill, so I will gladly trade Pineco for Kadabra any day. All right, now that we've seen the first Pokemon's Kadabra, the last two could be Xatu Girafarig or Xatu Clefable. Porygon is probably the best for every single one of them. Porygon's not bad against any of them, but it's also not good against really many of them either. Okay, Xatu is probably going to use Psychic, so we'll go ahead and use Zap Cannon and just fingers crossed It hits.
What'll it do?
Swift won't do enough, but Zap Cannon might put it in Swift range. Worst case scenario, Miltank will just come out, outspeed, and knock it out.
Whoops, that missed.
Oh, right, yeah.
Hot battle.
For some reason, my brain didn't even consider the miss.
What's this? That's it. There it goes. Oh, that missed too.
Porygon, man,
Both competitive.
why? Why are you this useless?
Okay. A psychic blast.
I mean, if I knew I was going to miss both Zap Cannons, I would have used Thief.
Oh, and down it goes. Just one Pokemon.
All right, well,
remains.
without any chip damage, Ice Punch is not going to knock out Zatu. Miltank just does not have any special attack whatsoever.
The white hot battle continues.
Miltank, it does outspeed Zatu, so I think we might want to try and go for Stomp first for the flinch chance because we really, really need it. There's a higher flinch chance than there is a freeze chance.
What's next? The hit glanced right off.
Dang it.
A furious attack. Hit, that was good. They're both hanging tough.
I want to say after the second stomp, we can probably Ice Punch from here.
A sharp attack.
No flinch.
Great hit. The heated action continues.
At least we'll know how much damage Ice Punch does.
What'll it do? It withstood that easily. There.
All right, well, now we know.
That's a hit.
Now we know Miltank's Ice Punch is not even that strong, super effective.
That settles this battle. And there goes the battle.
It's all right. This team was just okay. I wouldn't particularly say this team was good. It was just okay. All right. All right. Swap over. Raikou. Okay. Did I already play Legends ZA? No. Currently my Switch is bricked. Not bricked as in unplayable, bricked as in it's currently unable to turn on. Raikou. But it's not bricked as in unplayable like some other people's Switch 2s. Mine is bricked because mine was hacked and then I forgot to charge it. And when you forget to charge it, it won't turn on unless you use a computer. And unfortunately, I don't own the program to turn it back on, but my brother does. I'm just not that interested in playing Legends Z like right now. Smeargle. Like I can wait. I can wait to play Spearow. If that was a Fearow, that would have been great. Expensive? No. It actually won't cost me anything to repair. I just need to go to my brother's house and he needs to turn on a program, click a handful of buttons, and then it'll just work again. Unfortunately, I am not a technical wizard. I know a lot of streaming is my area of expertise, gaming is my area of expertise. A handful of like Windows related stuff is my expertise, but like hacking is not my expertise. It's my brother's expertise. All right, and Nidoran. My brother is great at hacking. He hacked all of our old consoles. He hacked the original Xbox. back when it was almost unhackable. I mean, don't get me wrong, he didn't discover any of the hacks, but he was able to do it eventually. He hacked the GameCube, the Wii U, the Switch, the PSP, the PSP, sorry, not the original, sorry, PSP 2000, the PSP 3000, which was a little bit more difficult. Android. He was one of the people way back in the day when jailbreaking iPhone, or not iPhones, the iPads and iPods were more popular. Yeah, my brother's really good at it. Oh, right. The Pokemon we are going to be keeping probably Raikou and Feraligatr. Let me just double check. I think Feraligatr had Dynamic Punch and Dig. I want to say its moveset was not super good, but Dynamic Punch is always good. Raikou, I believe, has Spark and is super fast. Spark, 130 speed. Yes, we will definitely take that. And Feraligatr, Dynamic Punch and Dig. Okay. 123 attack, we'll take that. The rest of them can go. All right, let's see. We will take Electabuzz. That is a great Pokemon. I want to say it definitely has Thunder Punch. I want to say it doesn't have anything else. Like, it can learn Psychic, but I don't think it has Psychic. Okay, well, Entei is Fire Blast only. Not a good Pokemon. Its stats are not good. Entei is Fire Blast only. It doesn't have good speed. It doesn't have good special attack. It is just Fire Blast only, and it's very mediocre. Basically, Entei is not a legendary. Entei is basically just Charmeleon. Bellsprout, probably not playable. I'd probably say don't look at it as an Entei. Look at it as a Charmeleon. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just a Pokemon. Vileplume. I don't remember what Vileplume's moveset is, but oh, we're gonna have to use it. So let's find out. Only Suicune, I know, right? It's okay. Suicune's moveset's not good either. It has Bubble Beam and Gust. That is it. All right, Electabuzz. Yeah, the dogs in this game are all bad. The birds are great. The dogs are terrible. Swift and Thunder Punch. That's not bad. All right, Entei. As I said, Entei is basically just Charmeleon, but you're thinking, but Steve, it has 127 attack. That's pretty good. No physical moves. If you're thinking Rock Smash is a physical move, remember Rock Smash has 20 power. Unplayable. Completely unplayable. It's the Fire Blast only, and its Fire Blast isn't even that good. Bellsprout. Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb. Okay, well, that is very similar to Beedrill. Unfortunately, Beedrill, not great. But Toxic. Toxic means we can beat Koga with Bellsprout. So it'll be funny that we get to use Bellsprout at least one time. Vileplume. Really? That's the moveset you gave Vileplume? That's terrible. That's unplayable. Petal Dance is not like we just established that there's only 2 Pokemon that you can hit with a grass move, and he swaps out immediately. So literally, grass moves are unplayable. Completely unplayable grass moves. All right, anyways, if we were to make it to Karen, we would use, oh god, I guess we'd have to go Feraligatr Dynamic Punch. So Feraligatr Bitterberry. And what will we use against the grass types? Entei Fire Blast. So Entei gets Paralysis Cure. And I guess Raikou gets Berry Berry for just because it's fast. That's all right, Neek. There's always the video afterwards. This feels like one of those weirdo teams that could probably beat Will. It's not good, it's not bad. It's one of those weirdo teams. It's got a shot. All right. Let's see. Raikou. Oh, not Raichu. Raikou. For alligator. Electabuzz. Not Electrode. There we go. Electabuzz. Entei. Bellsprout. And Vileplume. All right. And I need to reduce the resets down to 159 because we're not. Oh, actually, it might be 158. I can't remember. Okay. So. Highest probability Jinx. Second highest probability Xatu. All right, well, against Jinx. I mean, Entei is not bad against Jinx. In fact, Entei is quite solid against Jinx. Xatu would be Raikou Electabuzz. Then we got Clefable Girafarig and Clefable Executor. So Entei's gonna be for Executor. Nothing can beat Clefable. So basically we just have to just straight up beat Clefable mono a mono. So basically we need something that's not weak against Clefable. Alright. How's your special defense? 111? 115. 87. Okay. 102. Oh, well, you're weak to thunder. Okay, 146 HP, 160 HP, 65 power spark, 70 power thunder punch. Okay, so Raikou's good against, well, Raikou's our best option against Clefable. So I think we want Entei for Jinx. We want Raikou for Clefable and Xatu. We got Entei for Executor. If there's a Girafarig, we're doomed. Yeah, nothing on our team can beat a Girafarig. Like, not even a little bit. I mean, Dynamic Punch is kind of neutral against Girafarig. Girafarig is not super effective against Feraligatr. I hate having to deal with the likes of Dynamic Punch. It always freaking sucks. Also, Feraligatr is slower than Girafarig, so Feraligatr will have to take a hit. But it's probably better than Electabuzz, because Electabuzz will die to Earthquake. So I guess it's Feraligatr it is then. Alright, really do not want to see Xatu. If we do see Xatu, we're going to swap out into Raikou immediately. What? You went with the fourth? This is a rare team. Okay, well, the team is Kadabra, Xatu, Girafarig. This is some nightmare fuel. Oh, boy, this is bad. Holy, this is probably the worst team we could have faced. Oh, we're done. We're so done. I mean, heck, our whole team might try and defeat Kadabra by themselves. Kadabra's just going to almost sweep everybody. Yep. Entei's special defense is not great. Okay, well. Oh, man. Kadabra's even faster than Raikou. Sure did. It has Thunder Punch, too. Like, I can't do anything. This Kadabra might single-handedly solo us. Kadabra was literally on no team except for one. I didn't even bother planning to consider it. Like literally, it always shows you the 8 possible outcomes, and Kadabra is only on 1.
Both get ready to go. There's the attack.
Basically, Kadabra was the only Pokemon I was certain he was not going to use.
There's the shot. That was good.
Oh well. It's ironic though, because like Kadabra is like the hardest Pokemon to face, but for some reason he didn't bring it like on very many of the teams.
Great hit. A sharp attack. That's it.
Oh boy, paralysis.
Use this held item to restore HP. The white hot battle continues.
Just in case anybody is curious, that paralysis did not matter. We had quick attack.
That tail will bring out a new Pokemon. Oh, it's Giraffary.
Now, some paralysis here would be great because we're guaranteed to get knocked out, so we need to paralyze and get the fully paralyzed.
What now? That inflicted some damage.
Maybe I should have just swapped out into Fraligator immediately.
Hang on, Earthquake. That's it. Yes, it's going down. There's only one Pokemon left to come out. Oh, it's Feraligatr. It's down to
Oh,
the last
so of all of the Pokemon, Fraligator, which is arguably one of the harder Pokemon to understand the name because of the spelling, announcer gets first try.
They're ready to go. What next? A light path.
I mean, I guess it's not that hard, but the fact that there's no E in Fraligator has got to be confusing.
Line from both competitors.
Okay, what's the third Pokemon? Let's see. Kadabra, Giraffrig. The last Pokemon, Xatu. Well, that's unfortunate. None of these moves are good against Xatu. I was going to use Dig and like, well, if he hits himself twice, I win. But no, I guess we're just going to... I guess we're going to use Water Gun. I mean, we need to hit himself anyways.
There's the attack. It's a weak spot.
Oh! The opposite of you hit yourself, a crit.
How's that? A light hit.
I knew that wasn't going to knock it out, but I wasn't going to take the risk of the 50% chance of Dynamic Punch.
Aha! It's
Oh, immediately snapped out of confusion. It's like Will was programmed to make sure we lost.
That settles this battle. And there goes the
Ouch.
battle.
I still feel like that one was winnable. If we didn't miss that very first Fire Blast, I think we would have won. I understand we still had Xatu, but if I had not missed that first Fire Blast, we would have had Xatu. Or I would have swapped out into Fraligator for the Giraffrig, and we would have had lost Fraligator slightly earlier, and then the Raichu would have finished off Giraffrig, and then Raikou would have just crushed Xatu. So it all started with that first Fire Blast miss. All right, team. All right. Okay, well, not a strong start. Cleffa. Fairly confident that will never make the team. All right, Rapidash. Earlier we tried to play with Rapidash. We made it kind of far, but it wasn't because of Rapidash. I think Rapidash is one of those Pokemon that's like, well, it looks good on paper, but it's just not that good. Love Togetic. Togetic's one of my favorite Pokemon all time. Still, even I, who really likes Togetic, know it's bad. All right, well, we tried Unknown earlier. So far, we're swapping out the whole team. The whole thing. Poliwag. Okay. So far, we need to get rid of all 5. Okay, well, unfortunately, Jolteon has Zap Cannon in this game and not Thunder. But I think Jolteon... Oh, whoops. I typed in Z. Jolteon's probably fine enough. So we'll keep Jolteon. All right. Tyrogue. Okay, well, that's completely and utterly unplayable. You are the mascot. Gloom. That is also quite unplayable. So far, our team is Jolteon and Jolteon only. Dragonite. I think Dragonite is solid. I don't want to say it was good. I think I want to just say it was solid. I don't remember. I think it had Waterfall as its like... Oh, no. Slam, I think, was its only good move. Maybe it was Waterfall. You know, we've actually never had Snubble. Not one time. I've never looked at Snubble's moveset. We will get to finally see what's on Snubble's moveset. I imagine it's nowhere near as good as Grand Bull. Ariados. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and say this team is going to die very quickly. This team does not have much of a shot. Even with 2 swings at the RNG gods, we somehow managed to get a really bad team. All right, Tyrogue. I want to say Dragonite is really going to be dependent on its moveset. I'm the reason why we don't really get to use Dragonite very often, so I'm confusing its Gen 1 moveset with its Gen 2 moveset. So it could be good, but I really don't know. Bloom. Solar Beam, Sludge Bomb. Yeah. I mean, it's not the worst. It's just that it's slow as dirt. All right, Dragonite. Let's see. You have Slam or Waterfall. Those would be pretty good. Fly. You only have Fly. Somehow that's more disappointing than what I originally anticipated. This is garbage. Like, what am I going to use this on? Okay, I'm going to use this on Bruno because of his Machamp. And I guess I could use this on Karen because of her Vileplume Victory Bell if I make it that far. But like, I can't use this against Koga. I might have to use this against Will. This isn't going to be good against Lance. Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking about this too much. This team's going to die. So there's no point overthinking it. All right, Snubble. I'm sure you'll let me down, but how much will you let me down? Strength and Shadow Ball. 117 attack, but 67 speed. You're basically slower than every single Pokemon on every single team. Unfortunate. Ariados. Sludge Bomb. Toxic. Slower than basically everything in the game. And as we established, Sludge Bomb not super effective against basically everything. So, Sludge Bomb not super strong. And Jolteon. Yeah, we're not even gonna bother with the berries. Heck, I'm not even gonna bother putting this team into the website. This team is not gonna. If I knock out 2 Pokemon, I'll be happy. This team will go as far as Jolteon Zap Cannons go. All right, Jolteon, Dragonite, Snubble. That's the only thing not weak to Psychic.
Whoa! Following the challenger's victory
Yeah, Fly didn't change in Gen 1 and 2.
have barred the way. The leadoff battler is Will, the psychic Pokemon user.
Still 95% accurate too. Disappointment. Hey, that's the matchup we wanted. Do not swap out. We'll know for a fact if he swaps out if Jolteon doesn't go first. Damn it.
Oh, an abrupt Pokemon switch. Oh, it's Executor.
Okay, well, that means we gotta swap out into Dragonite.
No weak spot.
Hey, crit.
How will this Pokemon
I don't think the crit really mattered because Dragonite was probably gonna do 3/4 to Executor with Fly.
trainer switching Pokemon?
Well, right now we're getting really lucky, John.
Oh, it's
It could beat Will with luck.
it can't move.
Wow. I want to say I haven't seen a Pokemon
Unfair.
that wasn't me get fully paralyzed in literal months.
Comes the Pokemon switch.
I paralyze other people all the time. They never, ever, ever get fully paralyzed. Ever. Okay, well, we're going to get hit by Thunder then. Actually, we're probably going to get hit by Blizzard because we're faster than Clefable.
On the battle.
Oh, no, she went for Thunder. Actually, that's not bad for us. Wait a second. Dragonite's slower than Clefable? Are you serious?
What's next? Whoops, that missed. It's a fierce battle.
5% chance to miss. My disappointment is immeasurable. Well, we gotta go Jolteon because we need to get that Zap Cannon.
The Pokemon
That Fly should have did like almost half to Clefable. Maybe a little bit more than half.
feel its Pokemon.
Dragonite is pretty powerful, and it is stab.
What's this? No, that didn't connect.
Well,
How will
at least that went our way.
which affect the flow of battle?
That's okay. That's okay, Neek. Thanks for sticking around, man.
Oh, that's a miss.
Not shocking.
What'll it do? Hit! That was good. The white hot battle continues.
Really?
This Pokemon is switching out.
What are you gonna do? Throw out Executor again?
This Pokemon is
You monster! Why would you do this to me? You're wasting all my Zap Cannons.
not very effective.
I need these Zap Cannons for Zatu.
Newly switched out Pokemon.
How many am I down to? 2? Oh.
They go into battle pose. The trainer switching Pokemon. The Pokemon emerges.
Well,
from
Dragonite is not
Pokeball.
faster than Clefable, then that means...
It's gripped by paralysis.
Okay, so be it.
What impact will
If Dragonite is not faster than Clefable, then that means that that choice of Thunder was actually the best move it could have used.
they prepare for battle?
Well, Neek, we don't have much time left, so there's probably almost no chance you're going to see a win. We got this run. This is our last run.
It's a fierce battle.
I got football to watch in an hour.
The aerial attack. Right. That's a hit. Oh,
All right, we're going to see Clefable next.
so what will be the next Pokemon?
We need to keep Jolteon for Zatu.
This Pokemon is
So can Dragonite and Snubble beat Clefable? I think the answer is no.
hanging tough.
Yep. Miss.
Kaboom!
That's the opposite of miss.
Oh!
Wow. I bet you a critical hit Blizzard would knock out 2 Dragonites.
Pokemon will join the battle now.
Probably knock out a double battle Dragonite. Well, Snubble's not going to do anything to Clefable. It just needs to do chip damage.
Oh, it's
And we're going to have to go 2 for 2 on Jolteon Thunders. Or,
two Pokemon
Zap Cannons.
remain on each side. Sparks are flying from both teams. A sharp attack. Hit. That inflicted some damage.
I was hoping that would, do less.
What's next? That was a glancing blow. The heated action.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know if Jolteon's Zap Cannon can knock out Clefable from here. It'll be really, really close. I feel like... Oh, nice, nice, nice. I feel like Jolteon's Zap Cannon will do about 100 damage. So, that's good. That puts it within Zap Cannon range.
A psychic blast. Yes, it's a hit. Yes, it's going.
We have to go 2 for 2. Got no choice. We have to beat Clefable with Zap Cannon. We have to beat Xatu with Zap Cannon.
This Pokemon is rejoining the battle. It's down to the last Pokemon now. It's a fierce battle. Whoa, Zap Cannon! Hit, that was good. It hung on by
Wow, I expected it to do 100, not 71.
Oh, that's a miss.
Okay, well,
A hot battle is
is it in the end it didn't matter. Double kick's 100, so
Commands are made.
sometimes I forget that Zap Cannon's only 100 power and not 120. I bet you Thunder would have done 100 or would have done 100 damage, but because it's Zap Cannon and it's weaker, that's why it did less than I expected.
Reveal its Pokemon.
Which honestly actually makes me a little scared for this Xatu. Like, I expect this Zap Cannon to do a lot of damage, but now I'm actually just kind of scared it might not one-shot. Okay, well, there's no point in being scared. At this point, it's over. Like, if we hit that Zap Cannon pin missile, probably could knock out Xatu from here, but without the hit, we're done.
The white hot battle continues. How's that?
I take that back. Wow. I know pin missile is bad, but
That did little damage.
that bad?
Could this be it?
That was a 5-hit pin missile. That was the maximum damage pin missile could have done.
That settles this
That's
battle.
disappointing. I forget what Xatu's. It's psychic flying. Do either? Oh, does flying resist bug? Yeah, flying does resist bug, doesn't it? Okay, so that was a neutral. Okay, that makes more sense now. Honestly, I'm just happy that team knocked out 2 Pokemon. All right. Let's see. Got to get rid of all of the teams. We've now hit the 160 reset mark. It's okay, John. It's okay. When you rely on 50% accurate moves, those things happen. We hit 3 out of 5 of them. So I mean, what more could I have really asked for? All right. Well, this will probably be the team we're going to start with next stream, so fingers crossed it's good. Okay, as we learned, Dragonite is fly only, but unlike grass types, as we just explained, Flying is not that bad against Bruno. It's not that bad against Karen. Not super good against Lance, though. So, I mean, Dragonite has its matchups, but it's still not that good. My point is it's not useless. All right, well, that definitely is. I think we've established this Pokemon does not have sleep powder and therefore is not good. I think it had paralyze the paralyzed powder or whatever it's called. All right, obviously this is not good. I think all the flying types are relatively bad except for the legendaries. We've never had a Quilava. I don't think I've ever looked at its moveset. I know that Charmeleon is basically only Fire Blast, so I have the same expectations for Quilava. And as we learned, Dunsparce is just average as the day is long. It's a Pokemon that you, on round 2 of Pokemon, you would not be totally disappointed in getting, but you're not happy either. All right, so let's just double check Quilava. Fire Blast, 110 special attack, strength. I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious if rollout is playable. It would take a lot of turns to set up. I'm not sure it could live long enough to get a strong rollout. Yeah. Honestly though, Quilava stronger than Entei. Not defensively though. No, it's not as defensive as Entei. Only a little bit weaker than Entei defensively. Quilava's definitely playable, and we've seen Fire Blast users, and Fire Blast users usually overperform. Fire Blast is a pretty solid move. Plus, this one's got the added benefit of strength. And you know what? I think we'll keep Dragonite. I think Dragonite, even though it only has Fly, and it's only useful in some matchups, it's still not bad. At no point is Dragonite ever bad. It's not like there's a lot of rock types out there that resist Fly. All right, the rest of them can go. Magby, I think we've established Magby is actually not that bad. It's basically just Magbar with 15 lower in all of the stats. Free choice. We'll take Wobbuffet for sure. I would have loved to have taken Mewtwo, though. Scyther. We've established Scyther is a solid Pokemon. It's not good. It's not bad. It's very solid. Actually, you know what? It's slightly better than solid. It's got Wing Attack and it's got Swift. Stab Wing Attack is not that bad. All right, well, Tyranitar is like garbage. Absolute and utter garbage. But I think Tyranitar is not too bad against Will. I want to say, because it's got Stab Bite. And Stab Bite's super effective against everything on Will. The problem is Will has Giga Drain users. So you need to make, and as we learned previously, you don't want to use Tyranitar against Pokemon with grass moves, especially grass moves that get life back. Oh my god, another free choice. I think we've established that we used to like Fearow, but I think we established Haunter is better. Like if we had a third free choice, it would have been Fearow, but like the second one is Haunter. We'll take that. And you know what? Speed wasn't able to show up this week, but if Speed shows up next week, I think he will be happy to play this team. This team is pretty solid. Although, if I had known we were going to get the Magby, I probably would have kept the Quilava, but, you know, it is what it is. You never know if you're going to lose a type when you get rid of it. All right, so let's take a look at Magby. Okay, you... Oh my god, are you better than Quilava? 108, 102, 115. I think it is better than Quilava. Now, don't get me wrong, it's got less defense and less HP. But, like, its special defense is just as low as Quilava's is. And, I mean, it's also got Iron Tail, which is basically irrelevant, but, you know, a sunny day. In theory, Quilava, or I could use Magby, use Sunny Day, and then I'd have Flamethrower, Magby, and Fire Blast Quilava in the back. Not really sure what I would use it against, but, you know, the strategy is there. All right, Tyranitar. I think we've established basically only has Bite. Yep, it basically only has Bite. 100 special attack, though, is not unusable. Also, Tyranitar is good against Koga. It's almost a guaranteed kill against Koga because Sandstorm is very, very solid. So, this team has got worlds of potential. All right, so it's Wobbuffet Hunter. Yep. We're going to start off the next stream very strong. Very strong. Okay. Let's just let's go over Karen real quick. Is Dark weak to Dark? I know Dark doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. I want to say it's fighting. But there was another one. Umbreon. Bug and fighting. And fairy. Okay, so it was bug. The other one was bug. Okay, so we're not using Tyranitar then. Wait, you're right. Where is Scyther? What do I... Oh, I got rid of Dragonite. You're right. You're right. Reselect some Pokemon. You're right. You're right. The flying just wasn't good enough. Scyther. Yep, wing attack. Unfortunately, its special attack so low, pursuit is irrelevant, but wing attack and swift is good. Okay. Anyways, back to what we were thinking. So, against Umbreon. Umbreon. Wow, we have nothing good against Umbreon. We have nothing playable against Umbreon. Okay, well, does anything resist Psychic? Tyranitar. Tyranitar can beat Umbreon. And Sandstorm is a set damage move. My only problem is Tyranitar is slow as dirt. So Umbreon is going to outspeed, hit us with Confuse Ray, and then the Bitter Berry is going to go off, and we're going to have to then have Sandstorm out. The Umbreon will live all 5 turns of Sandstorm. So that's going to suck. But Tyranitar is the best bet. So we'll give the Bitter Berry to the Tyranitar. What Pokemon we use against the grass types? We'll use Magby. Magby against the grass types. Yeah, that makes sense. Magby's the fastest too. I would say Scyther, but I actually think that Magby is going to be stronger against the grass types. Oh, I'll also get a free Sunny Day. Because what I could do is I could use Sunny Day. They'll use Stun Spore, and then Magby will just outspeed and Flamethrower all of them. So yeah, actually that's even better. So yeah, Magby will get the stun, the Paralyzed Cure Berry, and then Wobbuffet gets regular berry. All right. So you can have Freeze, sure. You can have Sleep. Actually, you know what? Other way around, just because. Sleep. Freeze, just because Scyther's weak to flying, or the ice. All right, we just established as Paralyze. You are Confusion. You're Berry and Burn, because why not? All right, very solid team. Very excited for the next stream. All right, let's just make sure let's see, the amount of resets is correct. All right, we are good. All right, thank you guys for joining in on today's stream. I appreciate it very much. I will see you guys again on Saturday, where we are going to be playing a Pokemon that I think I just forgot to make the moveset for, so I should actually probably go ahead and make that while I'm watching the football game. Let me just go ahead and check here what that Pokemon was. That Pokemon is Scrafty. I remember being very disappointed by this Pokemon moveset, so, you know, I'm sure it will be a very disappointing Pokemon. But you know what? I'm looking forward to it. Pokemon that are bad usually end up going my way. So have a nice night, guys, and I will see you on Saturday, where we are going to be playing Scrafty. Good night.